this, like, I'm not telling you to have sex with everybody you meet on Tinder. I'm telling you to hook up with me. I literally straddled him, like I got on top of him, and we were kissing like in that position. And welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl Kimmy Kim, and today I have another awesome video for you guys. This video is actually going to be the part 2 to my worst Tinder date. So if you haven't seen that, that'll be down in the description. It will be down in the description or in the card, so make sure you go check that out. So as you can tell by the title, this is going to be my story time on me meeting a celebrity on Tinder. I'll consider it a celebrity, I do. So if you haven't, like I said, if you have seen my first Tinder date, this is like part 2 to it. So you guys know the first Tinder date happened on a Saturday, like around 7 p.m. and it didn't went well. So I ended up reaching home at about 9 p.m. that night. So then around 11:50 something, went up to 12, I'm getting a message from somebody that I was speaking to on Tinder. I think I had him on WhatsApp already. Yeah, I was speaking to him on WhatsApp already, messaging me, telling me that some of his teammates and him are going to Ronnie Bay tonight and I should come. So I tell him, well, it's kind of late and no buses or whatever. So he said he will send me a taxi. If I could get a taxi, he'll pay the taxi or whatever. So I'm like, okay, babe, no problem. So I got ready and whatever. It was hard to get a taxi, but I finally got one. And I ended up leaving the house I ended up reaching there at probably 1:50. You know, like the clubs like Verve and Coconut, when they have like their very last song. At that moment, I arrived. Literally at that moment. So I got down. He paid my friend, because my friend that came and picked me, he paid my friend, and then I went with them to Coconut. So then he was nice. He gave me a hug. He's like, hey. I was like, hey, whatever. So I finally knew who they were. Like when we were speaking, all he told me was that he was a sportsman. So I never knew like who they were until like I saw other teammates, and I was like, okay, this is clearly who these people are, and he's clearly part of that team. So yeah. So we were Coconuts, and then we were leaving. So we started to walk to go to Zen. Now, so they ended up talking to this police officer, and the police officer was talking to them about the matches, and then they tell the police officer to drop us by Zen. So the guy did that. Me and one of the other teammates' sister, we sat in the back of the van, and the other guys, the guys sat in the pickup at the back. So we finally reach Zen, everybody gets out, and we're walking in, and literally everybody is like just staring, and I'm like, oh god, whatever. But like with him, it was so nice. Like he was such a nice guy. Like for example, he, like when they were going in, he's like, babe, come. He pulled me, he put me in front first. He's like, look, go take the handband. And I didn't have to pay for nothing. I just had to follow them. I literally just had to follow them. All of them were nice. Every last one of them that was there, all of them. I thought different, like these guys would be probably stuck up, but all of them were nice. They were nice to me. So then we in Zen, that didn't work out. So then he came to me, he's like, babe, we're leaving now because it's kind of boring. And he holds me on the waist, and I'm like, oh my god, can you stop? Can you stop, please? So then yeah, he holds me on the waist, and I'm like, oh god, stop. So then we leave Zen outside, and now they're trying to find like these people didn't have nothing planned. They were going in random strangers' vehicles to get them from point A to point B, and like I was like, why didn't you plan that? Like why didn't you get like probably a taxi to stay here for the entire night or something? They were all over the place. So actually my ex-boyfriend's friend ended up dropping us. One of my very first ever boyfriends. Like, you know, you're in secondary school, you have a little boyfriend like he, and I was talking to him, and then we left, and then we went to the strip club. So we went to Exotic, which is close to where I live in Corinth. So we got out and we enter and whatever. So they go to the side. If you've been to Exotic, they went by the DJ side where the DJ is, and I sat down by the smoking booth. You know, if you've been to Exotic, the smoking booth, they have some chairs outside of it, directly outside. I sat there. So then he comes, he pulls me up, he's like, get up, you know, dance. And I'm like, I don't want to dance. And he's like, he's coming back, he want to check on his friend. So then he checked on his friend, I sat back down, and then he came back, he pulled me up, and he starts dancing behind me. And I'm like, now I'm the kind of person, I start to say, but I'm very dependent on alcohol to get lit, to turn up. I am an antisocial person, okay? I'm very antisocial, and Kimani needs some vodka. some Hennessy to get lit. Okay, that's just me. If I'm in a setting and I don't have alcohol, I'm just going to be to the side and I'm just going to be like, well, what time are we leaving? But when I have alcohol, I'm lit, I'm having fun. So I start to say that I need that and I'm very dependent on it when I'm going out because, like I said, I am antisocial and I'm a shy person. So then so he starts dancing on me and he's like, why are you not dancing? And he's then did he ask me why I can't? No, he didn't answer yet. So he was dancing behind me, and then this stripper comes and she's dancing in front of me. So I was basically the meat, and the two of them were the brain, and both of them are dancing on me. So at that moment, I said, okay, Kimani, get yourself out of that equation because I mean, they came there to meet strippers. I'm not going to let him stop him from having fun for a stripper. So I start moving to the side to get out of the bread so that way he can just push up and dance on her. Each time I did that, he kept pulling me back. He's like, stay there. And I was like, oh my God, this nigga is so fat. Like, And by the way, he's Jamaican, right? And I know about Jamaican men already. And like, this one was very intense, but I was turned on. So he's like, stay there. And I'm like, okay, no, okay, fine. And so I stayed. And then he passed me some US and he's like, look, give that to her. So when I put it, she had like a thong on. So I put it under her thong and then I spanked her on the ass. And then she took my hand and put it on her boob. And I'm like, oh my God, is that what we're doing? Like, is that what we're doing? I mean, if I had alcohol, I would have been lit with her. Like, so then finally she leaves or whatever. And he's still dancing on me. And then he left and then I sat down. And then he came back, he pulled me up. He's like, why are you not dancing? You cannot dance? I'm like, no, I just need alcohol to get lit. And he's like, say no more. He came back with some Hennessy and Climax, and I was like drinking for the night. So the night was very short, even if it was really late. It was very short because one of them got really drunk. I'm not gonna say names. One of them got really drunk, and we had to leave. So they ended up with waiting for another taxi to come get them. So we finally left, and we're in the vehicle now. It's a very small vehicle, and it's like a lot of us. So it's me and him in the front. I'm literally sitting on this at this point and I'm pissed, and I'll tell you why I'm pissed. And all the rest of them are at the back, you know, lit. So I'm telling the guy, I live Corin, drop me first because I am 3 minutes away. They're like, no, we're going to St. James first. They already had their plans, right? They already had their plans. And I'm like, I'm getting pissed off because that would have meant that if they drop them first, this person that I do not know is going to have to drop me by myself. And I don't even know this person. And I'm going to be alone with this person. So I'm pissed off at that point, okay? So we finally reached at St. James. The rest of them at the back got out and got to their room. And then the one that I met, he was on the passenger side window. And his other friend was on the driver's side window because the guy had gotten outside for whatever reason, the driver. So they start, he's like, Kimani, let's go. The one that has whip. So I'm like, no, you should have planned your shit properly because like, if you wanted me to come, you should have told me like, hold some clothes, hold my laptop because I had work to complete, I had schoolwork to complete. So I wasn't going to come, like, stay there, go there, and not get my assignments and get a big fat 0 for you. No. And then I was not going to do the walk of shame. Like, that's not me. I don't like doing that, going home in the same clothes the next day. Nah, plan your shit properly. So I was telling him no. Now let me tell you this, guys. I'm the kind of person I can tell good from bad. Like I can tell when somebody has good intentions or when somebody has bad intentions. Now, like in terms of situations for me to be in, I know when I'm in a good situation or when I'm in a bad situation. Even before getting into that situation, I'm able to figure that out. And whenever I don't listen to myself and like let's say I'm getting a bad vibe from somebody and I say, you know what, I'm still gonna chill with them, something bad always happens. Every time. So I said, you know what, Kimani, whenever Kimani feels a good vibe about something, Kimani's going to, you know, and I'm feeling a good vibe. So I was telling him like, nah, I should have, you should have planned this shit properly or whatever. And then he goes, what, Kimani, you think I'm going to rape you? I'm like, nah, that thought has never crossed my mind. And then his friend was like, oh, baby, babes, we are celebrities. With his accent, we are celebrities. We don't do these kinds of things. Like, I'm trying to mimic his accent. I don't know. It was some Caribbean island, but whatever. And I was like, yeah, I get that, but he should have planned his shit properly. He should have told me bring some clothes, bring my laptop, because I have schoolwork and stuff to do. So he's like, okay, fine. They end up leaving. I could see that he was a little upset or whatever. And then the driver drops me home. And then he starts talking to me. And I'm like, Lord, just make me reach safely. And then he's telling me like, oh, these guys are they're too much. Like, I should have dropped you first. I'm like, exactly. I said, yes, y'all should have dropped me first because I was closer to Corinne. But I'm like, they already had their motives. Like, oh, they already had their motives. Oh, they wanted you to come. I'm like, clearly. And then he's like, wow, so that means I cannot even ask you out because you probably had a bad experience. I'm like, Lord, man, don't ask me out. Please, do not ask me out. So then he finally gets to my house. I'm like, thank you so much. I was so appreciative of him dropping me. And I get inside, I go inside of the house or whatever. As soon as I reach, I'm getting messages in my phone because I didn't have data, so Wi-Fi. And I'm getting endless sad faces from him. So I'm like, next time, plan your stuff properly because I have schoolwork to get done. I need my laptop and I need clothes. Before I could even finish that sentence, he was like, I am coming to get you. I'm sending a taxi to come get you. Pack your stuff. I was like, before I could even say yes or no, the taxi was already on the way coming to Corinne to get me. And I was like, jeez, Lord. But I was kind of turned on about by it because I'm like, okay, let me get my shit together. I packed my clothes, I packed my laptop, and then the taxi was on the way. I'm like, Mom, I'm leaving. This is at 5 in the morning. And she was already pissed off at me because I left the house at around 1:30, 1:40 in the morning. And so she didn't even take me out. She was like, this child. So I left. She asked me, who's coming to get you? I'm like, a taxi. She's like, okay. And then the taxi came to get me, and then he drops me to the hotel, and he based standing outside waiting. Not me, by the way. And then he pays the taxi, and then we went to his room. So as soon as we entered in his room, the first thing he did was go undressed and jumped in the bed. Like, he kept his boxers on, but he jumped in the bed. So I'm like, okie dokie. So I didn't get undressed yet. I take my laptop and I was doing my schoolwork. So he ended up putting the Wi-Fi for me on my laptop, but he did not put the Wi-Fi password for me on my phone. He's like, no, you came here to do your schoolwork. You don't need no distractions. And I was like so turned on by, I'm being serious, girlfriends and boyfriends. I was turned on by him saying, no, do your schoolwork. And I said, while I was doing my schoolwork, at one point I was like, I need my phone to check something. So he's like, no, you're not checking your phone because you're not going to talk to your friends. You got to do your schoolwork. He's like, if you need a phone, here's my phone. Use my phone. And he's giving me his phone. I'm like, I don't want your phone, sir. I want my phone. I want my phone. He's like, do your schoolwork. So I did my schoolwork or whatever. When I was finally done with whatever my school was doing, I think it was Cisco homework. So then, yeah, so I got undressed, whatever, go in the bathroom, did what I need to do, get prepped for nighttime, and then I hopped in the bed. And as soon as I hopped in this bed, this nigga came aggressively, ready to like just hold me, and I'm like, sir, calm it down. I was like, calm it down. This is not what we're doing tonight, honey. And yeah, then he tried, like, ended up putting his head on my lap, and I'm like, stop. He's like, no, I just want to rest my head. I'm like, okay. So, and then I pushed him away, and then when he checked, he wasn't getting speed from me. He went to bed. Now this guy literally sleeps with music blasting like loud, and I'm like, so, like, come on, why you need to have this loud music playing? I'm trying to sleep. But I end up falling asleep somehow through the music, through the noise. I end up falling asleep. So then I got up first. I think I got up first. The music was still playing. I got up first. I brushed my teeth, did whatever I need to do, and then hopped back in the bed. Then he got up, turned up the music, told me good morning, crashed back. We both crashed back, actually. Then we woke up again, and at that moment, I'm like, I need WhatsApp, Wi-Fi on phone now. So he puts the Wi-Fi for me on my phone, and all of a sudden messages are coming in. Bleep, 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 bleep. So I'm like, see, I'm loved. See how many people are messaging me? And he just choops. And I was talking to my girls, giving them updates or whatever. So at one point, he ended up, I think, watching my statuses. And at that moment, I had a video linked to one of my videos, and he started watching it. So while watching the video, he started watching my videos. So while watching, I was touching my hair. So I mean, I do that a lot. I do touch my weave a lot in videos. Y'all know. So he started mocking me. Like, each time I touch my hair, it'd be like, I'm like, stop! Why? So then at one point, I don't know what I ended up telling, but he ended up doing something. I'm like, sir, you're such a hot mess. And that's just saying that they just stay. And then he's like, you ready to deal with this hot mess for the rest of your life? I was like, don't play this game with me, sir. I'm going to take you serious. Do not play this game with me, sir. I am going to take you serious. I had already known, like, these are Jamaican men. They know how to sweet talk you to get what they want, which is the coochie. They know what to do. So I was like, man, don't be saying things loosely like that around me. So I just watched him. I'm like, okay, okay. And then what happened next? Oh yeah, then we were speaking about my school and what I'm doing. So he asked me like, what am I studying? And I told him computer information systems, and I'm telling him I'll be done next year, and I don't know if I want to get my master's done right away or to take a break. So then he's like, come Jamaica to your master's. So I was like, why am I coming to Jamaica to my master's? He's like, oh, because there's schools in Jamaica. So I'm like, but there's schools everywhere, plus St. Lucia that provides, master programs or whatever. And then I said, I have no reason to come to Jamaica. Then he watched me, gave me an old dirty look. He gave me an old look and he said, I'm the reason. Kimani, I'm the reason to come to Jamaica. And I'm like, sir, if you don't stop, like, I'm going to fall in love right now. Like, I don't know, I just liked everything about him, like, and I already knew that's how these Jamaican men are, and I'm just so pissed off I let it get to me. And then at that moment, housekeeping was knocking on the door, whatever, and it took a while for him to get up, and he finally got up, and housekeeping was already in the room. So he was like, oh, I'm sorry, like, forgive me. And then she's like, do you want me to come back? Then he was like, sorry guys, I drank something, which is why I have a liquid mustache. She's like, do you want me to come back? And he's like, please. And I don't know, I just got turned on by that, like him giving her a one-word answer, and he sounded angry and saying like, So then, another person I'm coming to drop his uniform. I think another lady came in to drop his uniform for the match or whatever. So she knocks on the door, he opens the door, and he gives it to her. She gives it to him, and then she was like, are you having a good day? How are you? And he's like, good. And he closes the door and he flies the clothes in his suitcase, and I'm like, guys, I was literally in love at this point, and I don't know why, because I don't know, I just felt like he was giving everybody one word answers, but he was having full ass conversations with me. Like, I just no. So then at this point, I was not taking him on. I was in my phone. I wasn't taking him on. I was in my phone talking to my girls, giving them updates about what's happening. My joint activity lovers. I telling them, giving them updates on what's happening. So then I wasn't taking him on. I was in my phone. So then I get a message from him in my phone saying like, oh, you're ignoring me or whatever, so I'm just gonna talk to you here since you want to be in your phone. So I laughed. I said, okay. He's like, what are you doing? So I'm like, oh, I'm just here chilling with this annoying boy. And then he is like, oh, well, I'm just here with this girl, and she literally, she know I really want to kiss her. So I said, well, you should try your luck. So then at this point, he puts his phone down, he pulls my phone, and he kisses me. And oh my god, his lips, guys, are so soft. Like, I would say something, but it would give away his identity and who he is. But because of whatever it is, his lips were so soft, and I was like, like, I was in love. And then he started talking to me about his brothers, and then he's telling me he have two twin brothers or whatever. And then he's like, oh, this is how they kiss him, like pecks. So he started doing it to me, and I was like, you know, see, like, you're in a relationship and you're somebody, and I mean, like, you're not aggressively kissing, and you're just content and like showing that person, appreciation, like that's what he was doing to me. And I was like, oh my god, like, I'm in love. Like, I already knew Kimani, you shouldn't, like, because that's how Jamaican men are. They know what to say, they know what to do, they know it to get you. And I let it happen, and like, he was doing that. And it was so cute. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, Kimani, this man is everything to you. Like, it's everything. So then he has beard. So I ended up pulling it. I was holding in it. And then I put in a strand and I was playing with it. And I'm like, what if I just pull your beard and give you a patch? He's like, what if I pull your hair with his little accent? And I started laughing. I'm like, okay, sir, no, because I had a wig on. I'm like, okay, sir, okay. Don't touch the weave. And yeah, and then he kisses me again, and at that moment I got so into it, because like, I was so into him at that moment that I literally straddled him, like I got on top of him, and we were kissing like in that position for 3 seconds. And when I checked myself, I immediately jumped off, and I'm like, no. I was like, sorry, not happening, no. And he's like, why? Come back. I'm like, no. So at that moment, I feel was pissed. He was mad. And he just turned away from me. And I just jumped on him back again, and like we kissed again, and then that was that. And then we cuddled, I feel. And then he left to go get us food. And while he left to go get us food, I was watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. He came back and he's like, "Why are you watching that?" I'm like, because it's lit. It's better than the shit you just be watching, your stupid sports. He's like, "But that's about my career." I'm like, "I don't care." And we just chilled, whatever, and that's that. And I was eating, and then one of my friends was in the area, right? She was messaging me, and she was in the area. So I'm like, "Just come and get me, you know. I mean, I'm just here, you know. I don't mind going home. I mean, he was supposed to get a taxi for me to go home, and he didn't tell me to leave yet. But my friend was in the area. I wish I didn't leave. I should have stayed a little longer with him and chill, but whatever. So my friend's in the area. I told her to come pick me up, and then I told him I'm leaving, and he's like, "Oh, you're going now?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going." He's like, "Who's coming to get you?" So I'm like, "A friend." He's like, "Okay." And I pack my stuff, and he drops me. So then he's like, he hugs me. He tells me like, when am I going to see him again? When are you going to see me again? I said, "I don't know." And he gave me a kiss on the cheek, and that was that. And I left. I was leaving, guys. I saw two of his other teammates that was with us that night, and they were watching me like, they're literally watching, and I'm like, "Oh Lord, look, they think I came here and did things with this guy, and I didn't even do that, you know." After I said I was to come, look, I came back, they're literally just watching me like, "Okay, we know what you did, sis." But whatever. So I'm getting to my friend. She ended up dropping me home, and that was that. So we didn't speak. He didn't message me. So I'm like, he not messaging me? I'm like, why is he not messaging me? Like, come on, like, you're just gonna tell me all these things and make me fall in love and not message me. But before I had even leave his hotel, I had already known that I was not gonna talk to him again, because I was telling my friends in the group that, like, okay, these kind of guys, they just go to different places. Like, each places they play, they find a girl, they hook up, and she becomes another notch under his belt. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna talk to him again. I already knew I was not gonna talk to him. But when I was home and like he didn't message me, I was like, wow, like really? So I ended up sending him a message. I can't remember what I said because I don't have the messages again. I can't remember what I said. But he sent me a voice note and he was like, "Say that about yourself." And he's like, "You left." What he said, "You left to go at your home or wherever you went, and you didn't even tell me you reach home safely. You didn't even tell me you reach home safely. So say that about yourself." I tell him something, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't message him and tell him about it." But I'm like, "Come on, you should ask." So that was funny, whatever. So then his final game there, I think the last game was it the last game or the one before the last? I think it was the last game here in St. Lucia. He ends up messaging me. I think they end up losing. He ended up messaging me and he's like, come over. So I'm like, "Come get me." He's like, he doesn't drive here. So I'm like, I know. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, send a taxi to come get me. And I don't know what we are talking about, but it ended up talking about having sex or being intimate. And I'm like, "Sorry, sir, it's not happening." In my Tinder bio, it specifically said, "No hookups." And no disrespect to any lady who goes on Tinder and that's what she does, but that is not Kimani. Kimani, nah. Kimani, that's not Kimani. Sorry, not Kimani, not happening. I'm just here to meet people. If it leads to anything more, great, but I'm going to be in a relationship if I'm going to do anything. No, not happening. So he's like, I'm like, when he's like have sex, I'm like, clearly you see you saw my bio on Tinder where I say no hookups. So it's like, he's not telling me to hook up with everybody on Tinder. He's telling me to hook up with it. So yeah, he's like, "I'm not telling you to have sex with everybody you meet on Tinder. I'm telling you to hook up with me," or something like that on those lines. And I'm like, "No, sorry, not happening." And then he's like, "Kimani, come over." And then I was like, "No, I'm not coming over." Because like I told you, I had already known that I was going to end it there. Like, I already know that we were not going to talk after that. Because like I said, he is not this is not the person in terms of like I need in my life. Like, I don't need these in my life, because you know how these guys can be, and I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. So I already knew that I was not going to talk to him. Like, I told my friends that, and he was like, "Come over." And I'm like, "No, I'm not coming over. I'm not coming over. Sorry, I'm not coming over, because you're gonna try to have sex with me and I'm not trying to have sex with you. You're trying to be, So that was that, guys. That was the last time we have spoken. The last time we spoken, they left and went to some other country to play. And I'm sure he got another girl there. I'm positive he probably did. And yeah, that was that. So guys, that was the time that I met, well, kind of a celebrity. So yeah, guys, that was the time that I met a celebrity on Tinder and I hanged out with him and his friends. And like I said, they're all cool people. They're really down to earth. I thought they would have been different, but they're really nice, including the guy that I was with. He's really nice. He treated me really well, but I feel that he just did that to get one thing and one thing only. Yeah, we still have each other on WhatsApp, and like I will watch his statuses. I will watch his statuses. He will watch my statuses, and yeah, that's it. And that's done, and I'm moving on to bigger and better things on Tinder. Hopefully I can find some more peeps, some more lit people on Tinder. So far Tinder has been great. Like I said, guys, I've had some bad experiences, had some great experiences, and that was actually one of the greatest, that was one of the good experiences that I had on Tinder, regardless of me and him not even talking again. Like the moments that we did spend together, it was actually great. He did take care of me in those moments, and yeah, I would do it again. I'm sorry, I would do it again. I would actually do, if I could take back, if I had the choice to relive what I did, or scratch it out of my life, I would do it again because it was a fun moment. I really had fun with them, and they're really cool people. And yeah, if he's ever in St. Lucia, he can hit me up. So yeah, guys, so that's the time that I met a celebrity on Tinder. Anyway, guys, I love y'all so much. Continue supporting.